Looks like there's one slot less in the lobby, but anyway, here we go. So, final game coming up, and this will be the last game I will be casting. It's 2 a.m. nearly already. I will have casted games for the last 7 hours. That's enough for today. So, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. Guten Abend, good evening, buonasera, buenas noches. Konnichiwa, xin chao ni hao annyeong. Yo estate kovanok. Good dag, bonsoir, dobre večer, dobre večer. Here we go. It is the final game. It is the ace match. It is the Judgment Day for Pomi against Anotherday. So Anotherday might be Sarens, might be Kenzie, might be something else, someone else, but is a Zerg player. He is spawning as the orange Zerg player at the top right position. Meanwhile, we have his opponent Pomi spawning as the yellow Protoss in the bottom right position. Interestingly enough, it was very close, series. So Anotherday was able to win the first game. Pomi was able to win the second and the third, and the fourth game actually was won by Anotherday once again. So now we are on Delta Quadrant. Delta Quadrant in general is not considered a Zerg-friendly map. Of course, because of this vulnerable outer natural expansion. There's this in-base natural expansion, but of course it is vulnerable to Colossi, it is vulnerable to drops, and it has a destructible debris in it, not allowing to go to expand right away. But it is not that bad as a Zerg player to play against a Protoss player on Delta Quadrant. Like it is for a Zerg player to play on Delta Quadrant against a Terran player. Why do I say this? Because if the Protoss player actually decides to go for some fast expanding play as well, it is very easy for the Zerg player to apply some pressure to attack this outer-based natural expansion. On the other hand, by the way, a triple pylon contained with the forge coming up once again by Pomi. On the other hand, if the Protoss player likes to turtle, it most of the times allows the Zerg player to macro up a little bit, but looks like this is not the case, at least not for the moment. So I'm really curious how Anotherday this time will react to this gameplay. By the way, here do we have the Automaton 2000 checking out what's going on, and he's not interested in those pylons. He's just walking away. Cannon now finished for Pomi, and with this cannon finished, of course it allows... Oh, interesting move. So I have an idea where this is going. Of course, with this cannon there, it allows Anotherday not to move out here with absolute ease. So Anotherday going for the hatchery next to the destructible debris. Why is he building the hatchery there? I mean, why not kill the destructible debris at first? He will produce a shitload of units. He will not bust his front open. He will let this pylons be there. Should be no big deal. He will produce a shitload of roaches. He will get rid of the destructible debris. Then he will build another hatchery at the destructible debris that he will have 3 hatches on 2 bases, and then he will constantly produce roaches and zerglings. So, Special Andre's prediction of the day. Hopefully I'm right, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. And Probe was sneaking in here. Probe wants to scout what is going on. Of course, the Probe wants to lure some forces here to the ground, and he's still trying to watch what's going on. And there we have the first 2 greens, and The probe gets in the base, not the best defense by Anotherday, so the probe spotted the hatchery, and maybe now he knows, Pomi knows what's going on here. So this hatchery just finished, we see some roaches and some drones in production right away. The layer is coming up as well. And what is Pomi doing? Is he once again going for the 4-gate? And good job by Anotherday to attack the pylons here, so this pylon can be attacked, this pylon can be attacked as well without the cannon. Of course the roaches have a range of 4, the cannon has a range of 7, so you need to be very, very careful with your roaches, but getting rid of more pylons is always a good thing to go for. Meanwhile, these destructible rocks are still there, the destructible debris of course, but Anotherday already started to mine some minerals here, at least all those 2 mineral patches. So another gate will soon finish. There it is for Pomi. The warp gate just finished for him as well. He's going for the +1. It is 70% finished. And what do we see at the front? Some roaches trying to move out, but those sentries with a nice force fields constantly reapplying those force fields, allowing Pomi and allowing Anotherday not to move out just yet. And why does he not use his forces to get rid of the destructible rocks? Debris, once again debris is it. Good job by Pomi picking up this overlord, and he's even got the hatchery in range. The queen is not in range of the stalkers. I was a little bit curious about this. I just about this hatchery placement, because I thought, okie dokie, he might be able to spot this hatchery, but he's actually able to not only to spot but to attack this hatchery, and this hatchery being attacked of course is not what Pomi does want. Meanwhile, Zerglings are moving out, getting rid of sentry 1, getting rid of sentry 2, so only one sentry with a 54 energy left. This spine crawler has been taken out. This pylon is in a lot of trouble, 73 HP only left. And once again the stalkers by Pomi keep on attacking this hatchery, already down to 750 HP. More Zerglings, more roaches coming in for Anotherday. Maybe he wants to distract these stalkers once again here by Pomi, and as soon as Pomi realizes we are under attack, he might be moving out with all of his roaches, with all of his Zerglings, but instead he is going for a Nidus Worm attack. He is a Nidus Worm in the in-base natural of Pomi, and now Anotherday is moving out. And what does Pomi have in this base? Absolutely nothing. There are the stalkers trying to move in here. How many units does Anotherday have? Still quite a lot of roaches, a couple of Zerglings as well, and 2 spine crawlers halfway down. Now the Zerglings are and the roaches are in the base of Pomi. Pomi, on the other hand, is now moving in here. Zell is trying to take out this first spine crawler gets taken out, second spine crawler still alive, so with this 1 spine crawler and the roaches, he should be able to hold this off, at least for the moment, and yes, indeed he does. So more Zerglings and more roaches coming in the main base here of Pomi. And now I would really like Anotherday to distract the forces of Pomi here with the roaches a little bit more, send 1 or 2 Zerglings here in the mineral line, but he's not doing this, at least not for the moment. And now Pomi is pulling back with his stalkers, so he gave up on this contain. Now Pomi on Anotherday on the other hand can just move out with his roaches, get rid of this pylon, get rid of the another pylon, or just to go for the 3 cannons wide away. Meanwhile, the destructible debris is still there, and this hatchery barely survived with 240 HP left. This is not that much, and the Nidus Worm actually is still alive. Now the roaches were moving out, and here this pylon is going down as well, so all those cannons will die there too. So I'm really curious where we are in terms of units lost. I will hit the L button right now, and there we see actually both players are pretty even. Pomi is slightly behind in that regard. He just lost a couple of pylons. He's even currently supply blocked, so he cannot warp in any more units. Force field is a little bit too late. So he just needs another pylon to be able to warp in more units. On the other hand, we see 50 supply for Pomi. On the other hand, we see 59 supply for Anotherday currently. More lava popping off the rooftop of this layer, and of course with this layer, with this Nidus network being there, he will be able to be aggressive one more time. And this Nidus Worm has not been taken out yet. There we have a sentry, and there we have some Zerglings, but the Zerglings are in there before the sentry will be able to place the force field. now the roaches and more zerglings are moving in. The forces of Pomi were at the front of Anotherday's base, but now he's moving back, and Anotherday really making good use of this Nidus network. And will he actually be able to take down the Nexus? The Nexus is down to 700 HP. There are the Stalkers. This Nexus is down to 300 HP, and most likely the Nexus will go down. The question, of course, will be at what cost. How much minerals does Pomi still have left? 300 minerals. So he won't be able to build a Nexus. He will warp in more units for 300 minerals, maybe 100 get, and then he is going for an all-in attack. So the only thing Anotherday now needs to do is survive. He has not rebuilt his base, he is being revealed. So Anotherday needs to move all of his roaches, all of his zerglings. He's got the 3 spine crawlers, and he needs to use some of his force fields, some of his own drones as well. So there are these stalkers moving in, and the spine crawlers doing a good job at attacking the small crawlers, the stalkers. And there we see the drones in the fight as well. In this last final battle, the outcome of this battle will decide who will be winning this Craft Cup. And looks like, yes, Anotherday will be able to hold this attack off. And there we see Pomi just leaving the game. So actually this day is not the day for any GGs, and Anotherday winning this finals and winning this last 5th game here pretty convincingly. He absolutely abused this Nidus realm, and I have absolutely no idea why Pomi did not kill the Nidus realm. It's absolutely why was he not aware of this Nidus realm? He had to contain. He knew that there was no possibility for the units of Anotherday to move up the ramps, so the only other possibilities is a Nidus worm. So in the end, Pomi is playing a little bit sloppy, not 100% sure in his decision making. Anotherday is on top of his game. He really played really impressive, and he is winning tonight's Craft Cup number 26. So congratulations to him. If it's Sarens, if it's Kenzie, if it's someone else, doesn't really matter. The games were pretty entertaining. So yeah, Craft Cup is over, and Strelok and Naniwa got another player in their King of the Month final, which is $500. So we got a Zerg player, we got a Protoss player, and we got a Terran player. So 3 different winners, 3 different races in the tournament. So I'm happy about that one. And yeah, congratulations, Anotherday. Congrats Pomi for advancing to the finals, and he won against quite a lot of people there, and it's one of his best tournament results in the Craft Cup history as well. So can't be too bad for him. Of course, if you're in the finals and it's 2-2 and you have a pretty good contain, nearly killing a hatchery of the Zerg player, and then you lose, it's of course you're sad or you're angry, but that's the way how it goes. So the VOD should be stopped. I'm a little bit tired actually. Casting for 7 straight hours is a little bit exhausting. So once again, self-advertising, commercials.